Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the ARD Simplified series. And we are covering the topic cooperative societies today. Why we are covering this particular topic? First of all, see, it does cater to your rural development topic that is present in your syllabus. But apart from this, a lot of current affair question I would say come from it. Okay, if you see previous year questions or you do the analysis of it, you would realize schemes that are related to cooperative societies or generically if any news is there related to it, or in fact in your English essays also in previous years questions have been asked, right? So as it is part of your ARD topic only, however not directly the question or the topic has been asked in ARD section, but yes, it is part of your ARD syllabus but have been asked in current affairs format, has been asked in your descriptive English format. We decided to cover this particular topic. All right. So we will start by understanding like what are cooperative societies, its importance, what are their characteristics of it, how evolution has happened. Means like what were the initial laws and then how they were modified, etc. What are the different types of it? Because you need to understand that cooperatives are not restricted just to agriculture sector. However, whatever questions have been asked in the previous years, all are related to your agriculture and allied sector only. But this cooperative societies is more than that. Okay, and then PACS, there is a concept of primary agriculture credit society. Means this is then specific to agriculture. As I said now that cooperatives can be of outside agriculture also, but yes, because we are talking about ARD and as I said in NABARD, agriculture related cooperative agriculture and allied related questions on cooperative societies has been asked. That therefore we will talk specifically of PACS, primary agriculture credit society, about its structure, how does it provide credit. Okay, we will talk about it at the end. Starting off with like what are cooperative society. If I have to simply put it, imagine a group of farmers or maybe traders or maybe workers, right? Wouldn't it be good that whatever profit they are sharing, they just distribute it among themselves and they're not earning that money for some one person, right? For example, there were 10 farmers, okay, who were working for that one money lender or can be zamindar, right? And imagine the other 10 workers, what they did, whatever profit they were getting, they just distributed among themselves. And in the first case, what happened, the actual profit was of the zamindar, okay, but these farmers were having like specific salary for themselves, right? So the second concept where the people they come together, they form an organization and they all share a common belief, common motive they have, right? Definitely they have to be they must have some common motives, then only they will be able to um, function accordingly, right? Or they would be able to work together, right? So they all have common motive and they shared the profit as well. This is the concept of cooperative societies. Okay, it is a voluntary, very important to note that cooperative societies are not something mandatory for people to join. For example, if in a village only 10 people want to form a cooperative society, they are willing, they are free to do that. The 11th farmer is not it's not compulsion for the 11th farmer to be part of it. So it is a voluntary self-governed organization. Means there is no head to control this. However, state government do track how the progress that is going on in cooperative society, but still like they are not governed by any external organization. The people among themselves only, they elect members. Means the members among themselves, they elect one or two people, right? Because there has to be one leader, right? Because then how the any conversation will go from one place to another, right? For example, if there are 100 people, you currently don't think that only 5 to 10 people are there. Cooperatives can have lakhs and lakhs of people also, right? Of how these lakhs and lakhs people can can communicate with each other. So there has to be some like maybe board of members you can say, or some other designation that have been made by the cooperative society, right? So self-governed organization, but whoever is being elected, he or she is the member of that particular cooperative society only. That is why it is a self-governed organization of individual who pool their resources. Now what benefits are there? What is the benefit of having a cooperative society? on one hand they would have to spend lesser on the inputs. For example, if one farmer has to buy a tractor, imagine how much money he would have to spend, right? But if there was a cooperative of 100 people, now all 100 people will pay some money and then a tractor will be bought. Now imagine for yourself how much less burden now you would have. Okay, similarly, for example, if you as a farmer go to buy fertilizer, maybe, or maybe for example seeds, right? Because you're buying it very smaller quantity, so you it would be expensive for you. But for example, if cooperative of 100 people and cooperative society go and buy seeds, they would buy in bulk, and you know anything bought in bulk is cheaper in rate, right? तो यहाँ पे क्या है, बेनिफिट आपको बहुत होता है. इवन फॉर द इनपुट्स ऑल्सो योर इनपुट कॉस्ट रिड्यूसेस and output cost increases. Ab how? For example, I was a farmer, but I was a small farmer or a marginal farmer. There was just, you know, only 10 kg of potato that can come from my farm, because I've planted other things also. So for example, only 10 kg it came, right? Now who will buy this 10 kg, right? I will sell it locally, right? Or maybe in the nearby local market, right? I would not have that much profit, right? But now imagine if 100 of farmers from their land, they have cultivated potato and now they're selling it to any industry, maybe chips industry, or they are making chips out of it. So imagine what will be the profit here. Definitely it will be more than what he would have gotten by selling it in the nearby market, right? So what happens in cooperative society, the inputs cost reduces and your profit it maximizes. Okay, some of you might think like how much money is being like how the profit is distributed. Simply, for example, there was a farmer, like both the farmer, for example, they have invested 10,000 initially for the resources, right? But one farmer sold only 1 liter of milk through the cooperative, while another farmer sold 500 ml, like for example half. Okay, so maybe the input was same, but how much they sold, right? On that basis profit is given. अब सोचने वाली बात है, ठीक है? Why not on input but why on output this particular money is given? Because ultimately profit you get by selling something, right? If you're not selling, you will not get money, right? So if you're selling more, so your profit should be more, right? Because you're getting money for it from any company or anything. And if you're if you are selling less, your money will be less, है ना? So that is the concept here. ठीक है, तो cooperative society में क्या होता है कि आप कितना सेल करते हो उसके बेसिस में प्रॉफिट डिवाइड होता है. ठीक है, and the cooperative societies, whatever why these societies are made to meet the shared economic, social and cultural needs through jointly owned or democratically controlled business or enterprise. So jointly owned means there is no singular person who will share all the profit, who is the boss. Basically there is no singular person who is the boss. ठीक है, so it is democratically controlled. ठीक है, तो ये चीज आपको ध्यान रखनी है. And then you know the detail is given, like you can read it afterwards, कि unlike investor owned business means there are bosses, right, who share the profit and you get certain salary. It is not like that. All people they share the profit as per the contribution they are doing. ठीक है, और you can say the use of service they are doing. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे one member one vote का principle है, तो basically among members only people are being elected. ठीक है, अब इसमें importance में क्या है आपका, सबसे पहला है promotes financial inclusion especially in rural areas. As I gave you example, right, individually things can be costly, and but when you together you pool your resources, so वो बेटर होता है. ठीक है, और इससे फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन भी मीन्स आपका जो आपका कैपेबिलिटी है, ठीक है, ऑफ you can say money savings also, spending also वो better होती है. In cooperatives you are promoted for savings. ठीक है, आपको you are encouraged to open bank accounts, right? All these things are done, तो financial inclusion भी इससे होता है. Supports agriculture, dairy, fishery. ये आपका एक one of the previous year question है जो कि पूछा गया था. ये आपका नाबार्ड में भी mention था, नाबार्ड annual report में. So you know it's being said कि maybe वहाँ से पूछा गया हो कि, and the question was like which of the following is not a type of cooperative society. So you have to keep in mind कि आपकी marketing जो आपकी cooperative society, it can be for marketing also, it can be for housing also, it can be for credit also, fisheries also, dairy also and agriculture also. ठीक है, next empower small and marginal farmers, artisans and rural entrepreneurs, and finally enhances collective bargaining power and reduces exploitation, right? Because now more and more people are there, तो bargaining power means better हो जाती है for selling, right? Now I can go to companies and sell my produce because now I have in bulk amount, right? And इससे exploitation काफ़ी ज़्यादा कम होता है. Who are artisans, right? जो रूरल एरियाज में जो क्राफ्ट्समैन वगैरह सब होते हैं उनको आर्टिसंस बोलते हैं, तो उनको भी प्रमोट करता है। कैरेक्टरिस्टिक क्या होता है, वॉलंटरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, द मेंबर जो होते हैं इसके वो वॉलंटरी, लाइक दे कैन एंटर एनी टाइम, दे कैन एग्जिट एनी टाइम, द टाइम they would exit, whatever profit the organization are earning they won't get whenever they enter. And for example, the same example, they sold milk from the cooperative society, they will earn the profit, ठीक है। जैसे आपका अमूल है, आपका ये बिग, आपका बहुत बड़ा आपका cooperative society है, तो अमूल is not owned or governed by any single person, mind you। अमूल, whatever अमूल is, you can say the owners are lakhs and lakhs of those dairy farmers that are there, ठीक है। they might have some chairperson to take care and manage things as I discussed before, right, but those are also part of the Amul organization who are elected among themselves only, ठीक है। तो voluntary है, ठीक है, whenever you want to be part of it, whenever you want to exit you can do so। open membership है, registration, now it's important to have a registered cooperative society so that you can take various bank benefits, उसके लिए आपको ये होता है, ठीक है। limited liability, as I said that when individually you have to buy something you would have more liability, if you are going to buy one tractor you would have to spend more, liability बहुत बढ़ जाएगी, you will take loan, but that liability reduces when group of people they are contributing to something। democratic in nature होता है, again there is no like head, as I said no boss you have, ठीक है। service motive, जो weaker sections होते हैं, especially cooperative societies rural India में जो weaker section है they come together so that they can have better profits than the profit that they were earning individually, ठीक है। under state control, as I said कि स्टेट गवर्नमेंट सुपरवाइज करती है, ठीक है। मीन सुपरवाइज करती है, देखते सब कुछ चेक में है नहीं, बट इट डज नॉट मीन दैट दे आर टेकिंग सैलरी फॉर इट और दे आर टेकिंग सम पार्ट ऑफ द प्रॉफिट ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी, ऐसा नहीं है, ठीक है, ये चीज़ नहीं होती है। द सोसाइटी हैज़ टू बी मेंटेन अकाउंट्स, प्रॉपर अकाउंट्स, गवर्नमेंट सेज दैट देयर शुड बी प्रॉपर अकाउंट्स, ठीक है, सो दैट ट्रांसपेरेंसी कैन बी देयर फॉर मेंबर्स, बिकॉज व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन 10-15 people are there in cooperative society, it is easier to manage, but when there are lakhs and lakhs of members, right, then it becomes difficult if the money is being distributed properly or not, right? So for that there has to be accounts made so that transparency can be there of money, and audit is done by independent auditor so that there is no discrepancy that occurs, ठीक है। evolution कैसे हुआ, तो देखो पहले वैसे तो बहुत ज़्यादा है इसमें, even before your independence 1900 and समथिंग ये स्टार्ट हो चुका था, बट आपको सारे याद नहीं करना है। मेजरली विच हैव नाउ मेड द बेस फॉर कोऑपरेटिव पॉलिसी इन इंडिया, वी जस्ट हैव टू टॉक अबाउट इट, राइट, नॉट ऑल, ठीक है। बहुत सारे बीच बीच में देयर कीप ऑन अमेंडमेंट्स दैट कीप ऑन हैपनिंग, बट जो मेजर चेंजेस जहाँ हैं हमको सिर्फ वो समझना है। कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी एक्ट 1912 में आया था, ठीक है। उसके बाद हमारा आया मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी एक्ट 2002, वेयर सम न्यू अमेंडमेंट्स वर डन। आफ्टर दैट 97th कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 2011 में आया था। उसके बाद अभी रिसेंटली नेशनल कोऑपरेटिव पॉलिसी आपकी आई है 2025 में, विच इज मॉडिफिकेशन ओनली, इट हैज़ रिप्लेस जो 2022 में आई थी, बट देर आर जस्ट न्यू मॉडिफिकेशंस, न्यू ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, न्यू एम्स दैट हैव बीन एडेड टू इट, राइट, अदरवाइज वो पुराना ही कर रही है। एंड न्यू थिंग्स इंक्लूड लाइक ट्रिपलिंग द कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर। अब ये 2045 क्यों लिखा है, बिकॉज द गवर्नमेंट हैज़ करंटली launched this policy just for 20 years, and then afterwards like government will see what improvements need to be done and everything, ठीक है। then establish at least one cooperative in every village, this is what the aim of government is under the this new cooperative policy 2025, ठीक है। empowering marginal groups, then again same thing, tourism, taxi, insurance, इन सबको promote करना। as I said that cooperative society is not limited to just agriculture and stuff, it is more than that। and under this जो PAC से आपकी primary agriculture society है, credit society है, government wants that now it should broaden its horizon from agriculture to other source of income also, so that when there are multiple source of income so it will be more beneficial for the farmers and the cooperative members, ठीक है। computerization करना PACS का, again why to do that, so that a transparency can be maintained, ठीक है। what is PACS, again we will in detail अभी समझने वाले हैं, but ये सब कुछ है evaluation of cooperative society हुआ है। what are the different types of it, first is the consumer cooperative society, as I said cooperative society can be of different type, ठीक है, it just not restricted to agriculture and allied activity। तो consumer cooperative society type कौन सी होती है, जहाँ पे product is purchased directly from the producer and sold to the consumer, no middleman is there, if there is no middleman profit will be more। next is what, next is your producer cooperative society, ठीक है. These cooperatives help producers in maintaining their profit and also to assist producer in procuring items. वही producer मतलब जो producers है वो directly like they can sell, ठीक है, तो उनको ज़्यादा उसमें profit होगा, ठीक है. Credit cooperative society क्या है? These they provide loans at a minimal rate of interest and flexible repayment tenure. तो क्रेडिट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी का एजेंडा ये कुछ सेल करना नहीं है. देयर एजेंडा इज टू नॉट सेल समथिंग. People they come together and they club their pool their money and whoever is in need they give them, ठीक है. Why is it better option? Because if in villages especially if you directly go to zamindar, interest rate are very high and public shame is also there if not given back money in time and all that thing, ठीक है. Next है housing cooperative society. So as the name suggests, this proves to the beneficial for whom? To the lower income group, ठीक है, as it allows them to avail housing benefits at affordable rates, ठीक है. Then marketing cooperative society again, ठीक है, एक platform provide करना so that selling can be done at affordable rates, eliminating the middleman, ठीक है. तो अगर again marketing is not just restricted to agriculture products, it can be anything, right? That is why don't get confused between producer cooperative society and this marketing cooperative society one, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट आपकी प्राइमरी एग्रीकल्चर क्रेडिट सोसाइटी में अब आते हैं, ठीक है. अब क्या हुआ था, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल इन विलेजेस एज अ सेड बिफोर, लाइक फार्मर्स और एनीबडी हु like artisans or anybody who is there in villages and they are doing something business out there, they did not have money, right? They have to buy first of all things, then only they can make the product and sell, right? Or maybe they can do agriculture, then only they can sell. For that they required money, right? Ab now what happened, they used to go to zamindar and as I said it's informally any informal way of taking up loan was bad for them, ठीक है. So now what happened, banks could not be set at very faster rate in all the villages, right? It is not possible to do that. All the government is gradually they are increasing the branches but it is not that much still possible. Villages are a lot, ठीक है. So what the government they did, they came up with the concept of primary agriculture credit society. Credit का मतलब ही क्या होता है, मतलब कि कोई कोई छोटा अमाउंट किसी को उधार देना, उधार, ठीक है. तो PACS क्या है, they are village level cooperative credit societies that serve as the last link in the three-tier cooperative credit structure held by state cooperative banks at the state level, ठीक है. समझ में आया इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? सिंपली ये समझो, PACS जो होता है, मैं आपको स्ट्रक्चर नेक्स्ट उसमें दिखा देती हूँ तब आपको समझ में आ जाएगा, ठीक है. ये PACS के ग्रास रूट लेवल में, ठीक है, PACS ग्रास रूट लेवल में इट प्रोवाइड्स क्रेडिट फैसिलिटीज, ठीक है. देन फॉर एवरी विलेज देयर विल बी वन PACS, राइट. नाउ हाउ दिस PACS विल प्रोवाइड दिस क्रेडिट, दे आल्सो हैव सम सोर्स, राइट. दे आल्सो शुड बी मॉनिटर्ड बाय समवन. तो ये किसके थ्रू होता है, ये होता है आपके डिस्ट्रिक्ट आई एम सॉरी, ये होता है आपका, हाँ, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोऑपरेटिव सेंट्रल कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स के थ्रू. नाउ देयर विल बी वेरियस DCCBs, ठीक है. एंड देन दे विल कम अंडर व्हाट, दे विल कम अंडर योर एस, जो आपका स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव बैंक है उसके अंदर आएंगे. तो बेसिकली ये स्ट्रक्चर है, इसलिए बोला है 3 टियर कोऑपरेटिव स्ट्रक्चर है, क्रेडिट स्ट्रक्चर है, ठीक है. 3 टियर स्ट्रक्चर है और ग्रास रूट लेवल में क्या काम करता है आपका, ग्रास रूट लेवल में आपका PACS काम करता है, ठीक है. PACS क्या प्रोवाइड करता है, शॉर्ट टर्म एंड मीडियम टर्म एग्रीकल्चर लोन्स प्रोवाइड करता है. शॉर्ट टर्म इज लाइक फॉर योर 6 for few months to 1 year, and then medium term loan is like 2-5 years, ठीक है. And then we have long term loans that can be 10 year 15 years or more than that. For example, if any land has been bought, now for that you require for 10-15 years or more than that loan, right? So PACS don't provide that. PACS प्रोवाइड शॉर्ट टर्म एंड मीडियम टर्म एग्रीकल्चर लोन्स, ठीक है, ये प्रोवाइड करता है. एंड फर्स्ट इट वाज फॉर्म्ड इन 1904. एज ए सेड ये क्रेडिट सोसाइटीज़ काफ़ी पहले से चली आ रही है. कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज़ आर रनिंग सिंस अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम, बट इट जस्ट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एक्ट्स वी लुकड एट इट, ठीक है. कोऑपरेटिव क्रेडिट इंस्टीट्यूशन क्या हमारा क्या स्ट्रक्चर है, सो दिस इज आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, ठीक है. रूरल में हमको समझना है, रूरल में शॉर्ट टर्म एंड लॉन्ग टर्म है. लॉन्ग टर्म वी हैव अंडरस्टूड PACS डज नॉट प्रोवाइड. For that we have primary cooperative agriculture and rural development banks. We don't have to like understand this as of now. Short term में we have understood primary agriculture societies होती हैं. Many PACS they come under your DCCB and then they come under state cooperative banks, ठीक है. तो ऐसे आती है. Significance क्या है, ठीक है. In PACS what happens, not only credit but yes fertilizer seeds, ये थोड़ी थोड़ी चीज़ें रखी होती है so that farmer can buy. In fact government has come up with new bylaws, ठीक है. And under this bylaws what happen, now government is planning that that PACS should not just restrict to credit giving, but there are 25 other um, uh, part-time job options that PSCS have come with, like for example teaching them how to drive so that they can drive for transportation, or maybe for tourism, they can have better options, right? तो ऐसे 25 other options रखे हैं जो PACS में incorporate किए जाएंगे, which will be incorporated in PACS so that they have better earning options. ठीक है? PACS are often located in rural areas which makes it convenient for farmers to access their services. ठीक है? PACS have capacity to extend credit with minimal paperwork with short time, means government has given them this leverage so that they can extend this credit facility with minimal paperwork, so that farmers they take credit from PACS so that they don't go to zamindars. ठीक है? And government has this 7 cooperative principle at the end. ठीक है? And government is moving forward with this particular slogan, prosperity through cooperation, और in Hindi सहकार से समृद्धि. ठीक है? I will just write it down. It is सहकार, that means cooperation, से समृद्धि. समृद्धि means what? It is your prosperity. ठीक है? तो सहकार से समृद्धि या prosperity through cooperation. तो 7 cooperative principles है. Voluntary and membership, democratic member control. ठीक है? Economic participation होगा उसमें. ठीक है? Autonomy and independence, there is no boss, as I said. Education, training and information, it's not like that they have made the group and now they are on their own. No, government, they are still, they would be engaged with them. They would provide with them proper training and information. They would teach them how they can how they can put themselves out in the market so that they can have better rates. What are the current marketing rates that are going on, how they can bargain and stuff. ठीक है? तो ये सब चीज़ें सिखाई जाएंगी. Cooperation among cooperatives means it's not that only one cooperative working on there, there can be integration of other cooperative also. And then concern for community, of course we are talking about development of people. ठीक है? जैसे आपका इफ्को है, अमूल है, ये सब आपकी क्या है, cooperatives हैं. So that is all in this video. I hope you like the session. For more such videos, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on our YouTube. Thank you.